She lied to you, then she lied to me. She's telling me that you just a flee. She's telling me that you want to be, but she promised me that she'll never be. Good morning, guys. Olorimba nolwina video. Olorimba lwina video mujinonye ku YouTube jeri. Baluita ayagala sente. Okay man featuring TJ. Yeno kuzukukanga kubwase Sechesiri ontabudenze onsobedde buliwoze onkutunde nonsabanga ezakulese Mweka point mukawulidde buli lwojja onkutudde ate nga baleka batukutudde katukaddemu wechekoledde tochanfeze era nkubwase mwana mumwala kugamba kwagala naye ng'ekituufu ayagala sente olwakukwatako n'atukozesa n'osumagiro geno kuzukuka ng'akubwase ayagala sente geno kuzukuka ng'akubwase abalala bonna aba ding 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 biga ding 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 bare muzikiza akayimba kano nkaddemu mbadde ndwawo kawuliriza kankaddemu kana kayimba. I did it when I was in my first year in Makerere. Nyina n'obulabwe nakola sinagenda Makerere. I'm not so proud of them. Naye kano nakakola ni Makerere twakakola emirundi ng'esatu mu studio zaali nga 3. Twasooke wa Slick ne tuva tugenda waba Interkeina bwe twama tugenda final thing twagikolera wa producer Bless I think. Moroka bagiyita Regias erimu yingine KZ waliwo ezimu petro yazo bagiyita batya kodi sigimanyi naye moroka ewo banga ogiguze ng'owulira ofa bw'otagigula ofa moroka Regias ogulanga ya diesel emu KZ nayo sinyangu nnyo nayo ya at least eya petro osobola ogenda baanoonyo emitwalo 5. I've seen someone that experienced that. Nsereko star kyagala moroka ya events yeri kigage yo inogula. Of course namwe abatalina nnyo sente ababala ennyo kuba ebiseera mutugenda tulowooza temulina sente mbana zonga mbala nnyo iyo Ipsam kati yo Ipsam ogiraba eyo Ipsam gye bayita super eri mu miliyoni nga 7 kubeera bikanga eyimiridde yeetaaga kufuuwamu bufuuyi naye nga mwasuze mutya muyombya Mark Morad K Momo VIP Tusime Eddie Travel Life Vlog Dolph Innocent Patrick Paddy Rio Farms one time make a school for consultation about different cruisers. Ronald Muchwa VIP, Antonio Random Things VIP, Kawagama Enoch, Edwin Mugerwa, Daniel De Walt. Back to that. broadcast olugwa munonye video y'oluyimbo bagiyita ayagala sente. Okay man featuring TJ.
To you and me, those are niggas she love to everyone she see. She lied to you, then she lied to me. She's telling me that you just a fee. She's telling me that you want to be, but she promised me that you'll never be. Manamu wana kukama kwagala na yenge chitu. Ayagala sente. Gino kuzukukanga kubase. Ayagala sente.
Kaiwa Benjamin video ogirabye muggo ogirabye ezakulese tonsasiro lekankalinde tokyamfeze era nkubwase kati Kaiwa Benjamin olabye moroka gye twazanyiseeyo eyafiira ku kkubo lindako twagikozesa alwe moroka gye twakozesa eyafiira ku kkubo munange kati ate waliwo akamoroka akala ka 10,000 ako lecturer we Makerere yali asomesa music yafa mu biru Ronald. God rest his soul. Guy yali mulungi yali tamanyi na kumanya ndi student e Makerere nga nsoma drama yasomesa music. Guy nampe moroka ye ngampya moroka ogirabe eyo 10,000 oba yali ku UAS. Ebiseera bye UAS ye yali enamba eriko nga bwolaba UBR bweriko UAS ye yaliko. Brijay Kakai, good morning. Good morning. Nathan, good morning. Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, good morning. Baron Apudan. What fucking cat there? Ding 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 baby girl. Ding 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 your room forever. Ding 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 baby girl. So good morning people. Today is a Monday and I just wanted to share something. But then you're getting a for the past 2 days. I naka Corolla kaya garugura. You guys know the Corolla, right? You guys know the Corolla. And I na Corolla jibamulaga genda baba. I na Corolla jibamulage wabakuli eriku UAG. Now, Corolla, all Corollas are very nice cars, right? All Corollas are very, very, very nice cars. But, guys, when you're buying a car, it doesn't matter what car Arthur is driving or what car Arthur is recommending. You guys need to understand that just any car might not do for some people. There are people for whom just any car is not a car. So this, I've been chatting with this person and he hadn't told me that he is actually a lawyer in the beginning. So he hadn't told me. I thought it was just any random person that is buying any car. Now, let me share the scenario. The scenario that we are talking about. So this person has 9 million shillings and he wanted to buy a car. And I think at this time he realized Northern Bypass speed limit is 70 kilometers per hour. Ate karibu yalimu video asina video yalimu karibu pade kali akamuroko bali yali maka 2 ya sokera dala ila maka 2 1980 ebana 1970 something kitwaina na icho yakatwaji shootinga twina maka tujitwa shootinga video ndudo okujiraba jibagamba na ino ndudo okujiba ndude zimwe nyinyi okujiraba nagisayo nenje sonyiwa. So this gentleman has 9 million shillings. He was looking for a car that he can buy at 9 million shillings. Now guys, I want to tell you 9 million shillings is not a lot of money, okay? 9 million shillings is a very small budget for a car, but it doesn't mean that you should be buying a car that is not a good deal, because you were saying, Arthur, this car, when I drive it, it sounds literally like the new ones. Guys, unless you have driven a new car, you don't know what a new car feels like. Okay, let me just make this clear. Unless you have owned a new car, you don't know what a new car feels like. Because osobola okubanga emmotoka ovuga mpya naye emmotoka empya zovuga sisizo. You cannot equate the feeling of a new car that is yours to a new car that is not yours. Kati Corollas, nadala Corolla to sedan nga Corolla yange namukadde, they were made to be very comfortable. They are like a base model of most Toyotas, but they were made to be very comfortable. So they are very comfortable. It's very easy for you to sit in that Corolla and you feel like the Mark X has nothing on you. Because it's right in front of us. You can sit in a Corolla and you feel like a Mark X has nothing on you. This is something that was, sorry, network and cause chemical. So anyway, it's very easy for you to guys, network echakole emikolo tujilinde stabilizing, tujilinde mu stabilizing. Oluyimba olulala lwe mbamunoonya video yalwo lwe luno. As the network stabilizes, okay man. Or YouTube could call the feel good song over feeling good. Tumwe mutomera nnyo ennaku zino kuba wana awantu walinga waka naye kati wajjudde emmotoka za kutomera, and I think majority of them zeetomera kirindi. So anyway guys, muntunuulire tandika okudiscussinga how I think that not all cars should be for everyone. Bobanga ogenda okugula emmotoka, I think the one thing that you need to think about is who you are, what you do, what you plan to do, who you plan to be. Now, normally, someone like, especially these days when it rains a lot, people will just get tired of the car. They will just get out of moving on foot or taking taxis or taking boda. Now, especially yesterday when I talked about a friend of mine, when Nasanze Mondwali, they have a boda accident. And I think that really encourages you to get a car more than ever. And at this moment you would feel like, I think I will drive anything as long as it moves, right? Don't get the temptation of saying I'll drive any car. It should not be the Arthur okutambuza ebigere nvuga kiyenje. But I can tell you that ngenda okutuuka okuvuga kiyenje mba njavuwadde nnyo kati waliwo abantu nga sincerely you cannot send your yavuwadde. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Omuntu alina milioni 9 oba toyavuwadde, nze milioni 9 okweronda kwembaako. I would rather not buy a car than buy a car that is not worth 9 million simply because I want to drive. So this gentleman, of course I got to know that he's a lawyer, I think at 5 a.m. today morning. I woke up at 5 and I saw his text message. Then that's when he told me that I'm actually a lawyer, and I don't know if this Corolla on UAG will actually do me justice. Naine ku border kwenye ba client tebanda ba border tezigura wonziji, and I totally get what he's saying, that border tezigura wonziji, maybe a car on UAG will probably do that. Now guys, when tuba tugula emmotoka, they will tell you number plates don't really matter. But the boots is Kuchimba Samson, Paul Sema VIP, Tumbu Habiri. Mechanic told me that Raum old model is better than Vic's, both old and new. Hey, Tumbu, how old is that mechanic? How old is the mechanic? And where is his garage? I'd like to visit him and educate him. The of Innocent, Edwin Mugerwa, Travel Life Vlog, Kaiwa Benjamin, Nakubuzi Zako, Joseph Bali Kudembe. Arthur, my friend bought a Golf 4. Ngate Avera Mucharo. How many mistakes he did at once? Yakuze Golf 4. Kanno kambabuli de matugawa di wafe. There has been Wario Golf, Wario Bito Bidi, tezikyaliyo. Wawo musajja yina Audi, mumanyi Audi F4. Yali abeera ddala ewaffe mu estate. Audi F4 nenyisanga, olunaku lwe nasembayo okulaba Audi F4 nagisanga L4 egisika nga L4 ye breakdown. Then wasigala waliyo Golf 4 ng'enyirira eri awo matugga ku mabanda kyemmanyi ababeera mu matugga mugimanyi eriko red, I think, and blue that is really nice nga ya makanika. I can tell you where eri mu kuvundira mu garage ya makanika. So anybody that wants to buy a Golf now, I'm really wishing you luck, but just to know nti jigula Golf ng'oli kumpi ne garage ya Golf. So if you're going to be buying a Golf or a Mercedes Benz or an Audi, make sure that you live in the vicinity of the garages so that chonachone chiba makanika ajabuzi. Austin Gary, how is America? Come Besije, how are you? So anyway, we are talking about how any car is not just something that you should just consider as a person. Before you buy a car, you should think your status, because your status is also important. Wengo muntu, your job, where you work, and all those things. Those are things that you should probably be thinking about before you think that any car would work for you. Nze Wendy, nga Arthur Wendy, katino kambabuli. Mulaba Wendy wano, nyina benzi jendaba, efudde. Efudde. Onako lwaleero jempise waffe ku Bombo Road nyina wensanze Touareg nga nebbali okudde ebbali kireka basindise ensindiko okudde ebbali okitegeera eri ku UB eno Benz ebadde mu US, so that's totally normal okitegeera. But when I'm telling you kati ebiseera ebisinga, especially if you're calculating your money, bobo kyabala sente moroka z'aba Germany muzeesonyi n'abazungu, you leave them. Good morning, Ivan Kayuchi. So we are talking about this gentleman. He texted me a couple of days ago. He got my message of, if you're talking about cars, please pay a 50k consultation, and he refused. Stubbornly he refused. He continued to engage me. Paka buyangambi after I want to conclude, and I told him, my brother, if you think my advice is not worth the 50k, put your question in the comments on TikTok or jam question Friday on YouTube. And I think then he paid, and then we started engaging, and he was saying, you know what, Arthur, I currently have only 9 million shillings. Yeah, I currently have only 9 million shillings. I've gotten this car. It really looks nice. It drives almost as good as new, and it changes gears. The engine sounds nice and all that. It's on UAG. He showed me the pictures. The car really looks nice, but I take a sport trims and all that. It's tempting. And right now, at this moment, when cars are really expensive, buying a Corolla that is in good condition on UAG would seem like a very good decision. Guys, it's a million in Mwenda. Let me tell you, if I were a lawyer right now, knowing what I know, 9 million can get you a Mark X on UAZ, UAY. 9 million can probably get you a Mark 2 Musota. The Mark X consumes a lot of fuel, and on UAZ, ogana jigula ntaina dogupiro mulamu. Uchitegedde. Na no kudugala mu dugala ngo ino kujoza. The Mark 2 Musota at 9 million might be good. I remember the last Mark 2 Musota we bought was 9.5 ngane essa akora. Looked really nice. Era nayo lawyer yajigula. That would be my direction. Those cars look a little bit executive. Better than the Corolla. No, you would ask yourself, ategwe athanga wavuga Corolla. Let me tell you, me I bought my Corolla I think at 5 million. 5 million naba broker nebali emitwala atano. And the only reason I bought the Corolla was because all I had was 5 million. Nze ku million mwenda mbanje oga. Ku million omwenda, kwa million omwenda zilekanga sente entono wano. Ne million mwenda sente nyingi. Million mwenda tezigula moroka eri ku UAG no matter what. Ochegera okujja kwanga ine ekyamanyi kyegenda okukolera. Tekirina. Now, there are professions where you ought to look at the types of cars you buy. Waliwo profession ezimu nga ubovuga kawundo ba customer bakulaba bulala. Nga depending on what car you drive, is increased. Chovola baloya edda bavuga nga Mercedes Benz. Ne bavuga zi Audi. Ne bavuga zi Volvo. Because the car looks expensive, so you can charge a premium fee. Ochitegera. I have a friend of mine who is also a lawyer. Yatandika avuga Vista, najvam nagenda kuharia old model, nava kuharia old model nagenda Kaundo. Right now I don't know what car he's driving. But you realize that when you see a lawyer najanga yevuga ekintu kiba kyanjawulo. But also you don't want a lawyer that comes in a car that looks like, oh guys, I'm still struggling. You want a lawyer because you're not going to come in a car that says I'm still struggling and then charge me a premium price. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. This same thing applies to engineers. It applies to architects. You need to come in a car that says, guy, I'm charging you 100K a day, yeah, as an engineer, but then I deserve it. You get? Because engineer is not going to be coming to your site every day. Ateba engineer are charging it to charging emitwalo 10 per day. At least that's what I've always been paying the engineers. Right? Then boboli wala na kugamba no mwongera mune kumafuta sometimes. But you're not going to tell someone pay mitwalo 10 ngojidde ku kirole waggulu. Ubango jidde ku board olumu yaje kusindikira no jikusindikira. You come as an engineer. You come as an engineer on nga wevuga kala distigula ka paso sete obagula characters siyenta yomujideke nange siyenta engineer bojango ovuga siyenta nange mbanda kibulamu. Guys, banange stick on Toyotas, other cars muzireke unless ngoli mubede. Todi Ronald, good morning. Martha, good morning. Finally Martha yakomyewo. Martha, whatever had happened there. Kirabika Emma yali akugobe ku YouTube bagenda kusina abasajja bagobera ddala abakazi ku social media. Namugambira ddala va ku social media bobo yagala tusigale ffenna. Nahurira Tom, good morning. So just not any car. Olabe moroke RAV fekirira simanyo bamugirabye. Emoroke RAV fekirira eyinzo ba Vanguard by the way, eyinzo ba RAV4. But that car eyemoroka n'omuntu avuga kawundo almost level yem because prices are literally the same. But emoroka eri mu million nga 5.5 ngate kawundo eyinzo okuba ng'erinnyamuko. Na yenge moroka eyo giraba bwogivuga n'oli aze X3 tuyise ku BMW. You guys would think that the BMW X3 will create more impact for your customers than the Kawundo. But I can tell you, your customers, if the customers respect SUVs, ajidemu Kawundo, ajidemu X3, musigara muri chechimu. Ochitegera, ajidemu Kawundo noli ajidemu X3, musigara mwena muvuga. Najidemu Prado, mwena musigara muvuze motoka yemu. Ochitegera. Then the customers that don't care that you drive a car would much better prefer that if you're going to charge them premium, you come in a car that looks like it's premium, like a Mark X or Chitege, right? Don't charge me premium and come in the Sienta or Chitege. And I've been telling you guys for some time, the Paso Center Yomujidaba, it's taking over the Spatio. Pola, because that's literally the Spatio of the future. Of course, I know then it was discontinued, but it's the Spatio. You're gonna taking over some time, and then I don't know what car will take over because the new Sientas look ugly. I don't think people are going to embrace them. I take at Jetulaga, big cars don't really consume more than the small cars. So Jetulaga, people are actually going to be buying the big cars. because I have someone that inspected the Kaundo with, and he told me it gives him 12 kilometers per liter. Now if a Kaundo can give me 12 kilometers per liter, chiche mbanonya chi mu Raktisi oba mu Sienta. Okitegeera gwe oyimiridde. So just any car is not something that you should be considering right now based on your profession. If you're a personally self-employed nga Antonio, oyo Antonio ne bwavuga karibu ye okitegeera. But for example, if you're a lawyer nogira mu karibu olabika ng'omubbi, naye ono lawyer yaddala ono like emyaka gyonna gy'obadde okola ng'ovuga karibu okitegeera. Naye kati fe banneekolera jange, you can drive any car okitegeera. As a doctor, specialized doctor, let's say you're a pediatrician, and you come driving a Chienje, it doesn't look good at all. Ochitegeera. Kato Muhammad, good morning. Arthur, you haven't read my message. Kanjinoni. Nathan, 12 kilometers per liter. That guy, anti kati olumu avuga express. Heath Moses, good morning. Tony Ronald, at that passport city, is it reliable? Yes, very reliable. Actually, to show you that it's very reliable, try looking for it on the market. Ogambe nyina million abiri njagala passport city. Try anti employer million abiri mu musanvu. Katugegama anti nonya passport city nyina million abiri ojja kumanya anti it's actually very reliable, even in terms of prices. Travel Life Vlog, Tale Samuel, good morning. Travel Life Vlog nonya comment you. I'm going to look for it. Mose Pro 4, good morning. I find I'm with you. Eh? Katumalo okuyiwa mu Kexerium wano. Katumalo okuyiwa mu Kexerium. Simanyi oba kadi yange eweza bulungi akasente ya B2C card naye njagala side tiltinga muko katono bweti nisobola okujjuza. Kandabe nyinako obuti bubiri. Madde ndudo okunywa amafuta. Katumalo teka mu Kexerium and for the guys that jebali ngenda kunywa tujjuzeewo. Nina total B2C card. Ojimanyi? Ojirina? Kati bwene abategize ndozanga nkwaka visa. Kale juzawo.
Visa yo perikola.
Kale nja ku shopping awo na akasente.
Sawa bula kwa.
Guy, anti baba gonna take a mama futako. I take a mama futato fine. Money is not the problem today. Amafuta go to jaganywa obo yagara obato yagara gama futo go ino ganywa. Neka chinalabye you guys as a fuel. Obo take amafuta mu modoka. Bobo sobole modoka yijine kange to kwaga jine to kote. Ibara amafuta in real time. Chinalabye bisere imwe abantu abagama mu modoka mama luteka amafuta simanya kalimi de katalinya. Ogenda n'okutandika okunywa amafuta ne modoka ogizikiza. Ate n'oyagala okoleze akalimi kalinyiro tekalinyirawo. Kati nsanze bali mukola quality control. Oyo omukyalo oyo ava kubala wano. Ava kubala kyuma. Okitegeera ava kubala amafuta gabadde galimu. Kati bwe batukola quality control. Kakasa nti. Kateekamu diesel. Andi mpwile chuma chitokotange chiteka mu diesel bagaba. So kati moleke motoka ngi tokota oba noleka mu switch nti amafuta emboroka yo egabala in real time. Mega sayo in real time zolita 14 mina mukaga. So anyway, mbadde nkyanonya comment ya Travel Life Vlog kanjirabe ebiruddawa Dawa, travel life vlog. Okay. Kindly recommend somewhere affordable for general body checkup. I don't have an insurance card. I was talking again one of these big hospitals. Like, guys, I've to call a body checkup. Nangi njagala by the way jikola. Ngine bankebere buli kimu. Tonyiga owaye. Tonyiga chuma kirekebwe kikona nga tulabe ekyo kikole. Kikonye. Kat rounding off 17 kale. Rounding off jibe 17 mwe. Imodoka ngeba soko buka ntule. Imodoka ngebe Excel ya mugaba nkoze ekigenyi. Kuba iyo tuka atakati Excel ya mugaba nkoze ekigenyi bwaba akoze bwaki. Ninda konsoke ngattemu. Ndaga calculator. Ngaba nkoze ekigenyi. Soko tekemu ako tulabe. Calculator? Soko tekemu. Atuvateka mafuta sicho. 3 6 9 divided by 31. Impa 12 kilometers. Impa 12 kilometers. Mujukira uli na struggling impa imuruke impa 10.5. Hata nageza ko Excelium. Zenaga Excelium ngenda mukonsemi yes echo. Ngabwenda bachichankolira. Ampa 12 kuliko mekoko. Kuliko 12. Sente zange zalagawa. Huh? Sente zange zalagawa kali situ kanga akakadde kalagawa. Eh? Nakati situ wanoke naina aka zijjeko ezo kale nkongere. Ate tusola zijjako. Gwejjako ziliko. Atchangamba. Machine eri connected ne pump kati zebeta demo. Kasoko zigatteko. Kwata cash. Zigatteko. Chenkuba ndo kitegedde. Anti era bwe manteka wenteka mwaneno kankulage kyegendo. Anti laba yo. Bwe manteka ko sente nziwabwe nozongera ku card. Sibwe kiri. Genda wali ku office na wasiteka wali. Wasitera ko wali omukyalo yo. Genda wali ozintere. Anti la kijja kwetagisa ajja kwetaga okwagala piniyo. Atenge kankwe cash pa card yange. Mpaka receipt kuba kati bitu si kadi yange badde mpa receipt naye kati mo 17. So anyway guys, Anthony agambe ku Christmas they took a Regius to Masaka as usual. Nete bali chiddira. Chabanyo sente mekachi Regius. Regius eyo. Regius enywanga je batumye. Okay. Bana ani yali akoze ku full body check up nogenda mudwalo ne bakebera buli kimu kibumba liver kidney kibumba liver kibumba ne liver byebimu ekibumba liver kidney ne bakebera omutima ne bakebera akataago buli kimu ne ani yali agenze kokola ku gundi ku full body check up era wagikolera wa recommend zene travel life vlog twagala bikola nga tebako makebera sirimu nga bakebera buli kimu. Kale tumaze okujuzaawo boto bubango onywa amafuta bogenda ku total ngogenda teka mu Excelium juzaawo tank ogende we yagale mileage egenda kweyongerera ddala kati atenze nyina bulembera mu jamu nendike murukange tokota atenga ndi mu SC uchegera kati nze wemba nyingira jamu nensigale murukange etokoda nesobola okumpa kilomita 12 buli lita ukitegeera ekyo nalinga ntitwagolinga bannange. Yesterday I saw a border collision literally out of nothing when both were heading the same direction. Open road. It wasn't deadly, but I saw the shock and panic it caused. If you can, please buy a car. Weba le bagamba. Football tribe, omanyingira ne bagamba ne balowooza Arthur Bichipichi. If you can buy a car. Abana ba boda nabo balina ebirowoozo, abamu tebalina training, tebali alert, side mirror tebazikozesa. Okitegeera. Zibadde WAMV Tech ewadde otya ng'obulabula nnyo naye kati wakomyewo kansubira wakomyewo olinga Martha toyina gy'olaga kati wano batugala tulina vuga 30 km per hour naye zo zezivugika wano okuvuga 30 km per hour obeera odduka. A big artist, good morning. Sebo Chibumba is the same as the river. Unless you wanted to say ranks. Amaugwe. Na amaugwe. Guys, ani yali akoze ku full body check up so that you recommend. Eyo bagiyita Corolla. Eyo Corolla iraika eringa 215 eyo. Yeri comfortable yo kati temanyi markex. Mbadde sigisinda mu jibaraga kanjidde mabega. Eyo moroke eri comfortable temanyi markex. Eyo Corolla. Ate kati erimu 2ZR. The same engine with the Rumion. Erimu 2ZR na yeri comfortable bate bojifuna ngeri mu mani obato yoya. Kati ate mulinde our reign as the FTC People's Party. Kati zimuro katugenda batutesazo omusolo kati ngeyo Corolla 215 ngo jigula ku millions 17 nga mpya nga gwaje etandikide busiyenta ku mulembe gwafu gwa FTC People's Party busiyenta bajjabanga ba million 6 tugenda kusalira ddala emisolo ku mmotoka naye kati tukyanoonya aba volunteer twetaaga ba we need donators abantu abagenda donating ekibiina kyaffe kisobole okuyimya twetaaga sente zigisalinga ekibiina we need money to help our presidential candidate stand so that we start getting money for political parties. A big artist Leta Chibozi Mborozo tadeko budote so chibuzo icho chibuzo. Thank you Murunji Nathan for telling them to like the broadcast. So guys, tuchanonya recommendation, a person that has done. Of course, tomorrow I'm going to call Dr. Jonathan Chiwanuka tugenda call appointment. Lero ngenda battle post we muteke ebibuzo byamwe betuba tubuza Dr. Jonathan Chiwanuka netugenda mubuza mu in our podcast. He's going to come and I'll have him in the studio so that we actually have a chat on health of car people that drive cars literally every day. Peace Joseph, good morning. Lucky Mose ogambye otya bichi byokwese simanyi lwaki YouTube holding nahurira Tom Antonio nahurira Tom ayagala namba yo agala kubuuza ku ribu. Deonatus Okoli Ekechuku Baron Apudan. Other people are lying. Big cars consume fuel. Never take their remarks. Chogamba ya nimba ntemoloka yenyu ya 12 kilo nenga tayinza kunimba oli kati ya nimbire chi era yali badangamba. And the last time I saw Kawundo was giving 8 kilometers per liter. So 12 kilometers, yes, it's because normally if I weren't doing SC all the time, I think this car would probably give me 15 kilometers per liter. If I weren't doing SC, I do SC full time cutting. I think that also kind of influences the consumption of this car. It's a 1.5 liter. You skipped Baron, which comment? I'm looking for it. Sinajiraba. Orone yo market SMP yo. Efanana mu Corolla onwara umoldi modo rachtateli. Ayagala kutuletera bizibu. Ate abantu abugeze moroka enkadda baba nakamiro. Omukulubulako katono nalyoka akunyumiza ng'emmoroka bwetali nyangu. Corolla yaffe iyi. Kati ku Corolla ne field eno ovuga kinze. Vuga ki Corolla kyange kiri. Of course now someone is asking me and someone is asking me kunuwa ne kawundo ogule. It depends on what you want to use the car for. If you're buying a car for pure luxury, where you buy the kawundo. Of course, the kawundo and the nuwa don't consume the same. The kawundo and nuwa, the nuwa consumes less fuel than the kawundo. Ochitege, right? Okuja kunga kawundo ogenda gula 2000, like 2015, 2013, zilimu engineer room yone, the 2ZR. But if you're going to be buying these 2.4, 3 liter kawundos, the normal ones, buy the new. And then yes, on the weekend we installed a tracker in 2015 kawundo that has the valvematic engine, and the guy told me it gives him 18 kilometers per liter. Now I know that's not really what it gives him, that's the average. The more accurate way to calculate fuel consumption of a car is my way. Otekamu full tank, no dividing kulita zota demu ku kilometers over dota. That's the best way to calculate. But the average emoroka zekuwa wano kitegeeza olumwe kuwa 14 olumwe kuwa 12 olumwe otsegere. But if you're going to buy the kawundo that has the 2ZR engine, the one in the Rumion, then you're better off buying that one, because that one is even very aerodynamic. Terwana na ampe ochitegeeza ebegenda kuwa very good mileage ochitegeera. But if you're buying the 2.4 liter and you're not going to be doing pure luxury, then buy the new one. Then the other reason why I keep saying to you people that just not any car will do for you. I'll give you an example of my plumber or yafunye accident when I demba nyumiza yesterday. Before he bought the IST, I used to tell him, you know what, with the kind of work you do, I think you'd be better off buying a car like a G Touring. If you have a bigger budget, buy a Fielder. And why was I telling him to do that? Because I saw the kind of work he was doing. Sometimes yeta go kutika pipes, sometimes yeta go kutika pumps, which take it, right? And because of that, buying a car that has more boot space would do him justice. Now, because he bought the IST, sometimes he had to drive a boda or his motorcycle, because the IST can literally take nothing. The IST is a very small car, which is why the last time I talked to him when Narimufuni do muntu agura his IST yangamba njagala gula Fielder, going back to the direction that I had taken him. That's why I'm saying any car might not do for some of you guys. But for him as a plumber, for him to have peace, okusobola ovuga emoroka ye buli wamu nga tawulira buzibu, yali alina kugula emoroka ng'erina a big boot nga Fielder, probably even a Wish. Otegera nti emito ogisuula, bw'osuula egyo emito oba osobola oteekamu kafankuna aliwo wonna as a plumber. That's the same thing that applies to people that are in the construction industry. Olaba abazungu abo, Americans, most guys that are in the construction industry, for them they buy pickups, the Ford Rangers. The reason why the Fords are very popular in America is because abasajja abatasoma bangi, they can access cars on credit. Nga tebasoma nnyo, nga they're in the construction industry, renovation and all that. They end up buying those pickups because the pickup gives him plenty of space to load his equipment, his tools. Ate moroke yebana amanyi to even haul other things like asobola okuhaulinga a container and all that. Okitegeera. So I find that depending on what work you do, you should not simply be buying a car because you can afford it. You should always look at you should always have a maker ngandire it wana atambula watambula katugume leero. So you should always think about what kind of work you do before you buy a car. Okitegeera. I find that nzenga Arthur when nalinga nyine ebidongo, I was really inclined okugula vans because I knew van eyo bwofunye kapata akatono tononga tewetaga bidongo bingi ekolachi, the van will take those things. When navam bidongo, I kind of maintained vans because I had teams of people to move. Then nentandika okugatamu nga van ya mafuta genywa mangi nga ate I can hire in the same van. Okay, I can hire the same van at a less price when I need to. So now I started buying my small cars ezinyo obulungi, and I stayed with them, of course knowing that when I need to move teams of people, then I can just see neighbor moving in a taxi bulungi nnyo okitegeera. So you need to think about the kind of work you do, and also the vans I was buying, they could not take all the people that I needed to take at once. So ogenda okukiraba alabamu nga it's futile kati asigaza akamotoka kaka akatono n'obanga bwetaaga van ogipangisa abakusinga okitegeera. So guys, who has done a full body checkup? Kintu kino kikulu fena tumanye wa FTC People's Party. Hey, Chiyimba, obadde tunategeera nti wajjawo dda suggestion wa tugesitaninge political party yaffe tusobole okutuusa ensonga z'abantu abaagala emmotoka mu gavumenti. Era Chiyimba, you did not know. How many people don't know that there's a proposal for us to register for the love of cars People's Party? I think our color will be silver because most cars are silver or white. That will make us stand out, by the way. Silver and white as the party colors. Show how much is a car there. I don't know what question you're asking. So guys, when you're thinking of buying a car, don't just buy a car simply because it's available, and don't be forced to buy a car simply because look at the kind of work you're doing and focus on a car that can help you accomplish your work properly. If you're the kind of person that deals with the high net worth individuals, you should be thinking of cars like the Vanguard, like the Kaundo, cars that will make you look like you're worth their business, like the V80 your Ronaldo, right? Those are the cars you should be thinking about. The TX, and if you're dealing with clients that don't care whether you're high net worth or not, but still there are cars that will literally do you bad, like Kapasa. It doesn't really serve the purpose of a car of a person who to do business. People will judge them based on the car they are driving. Kapaso kabate kagenda bikola kabate kajja kubimala. So you should also be very careful. Then also I've seen people that buy pickup simply because atandiseyo kafamu kebisora irawe embuzi 10 nagula pickup double cabin milioni 3 nti netaga emodoka enesobola okumanaginga faamu yange. Faamu kyeyo kigambo faamu kigenda kibuzinga ne value okitegeera. Faamu ki? I find that the people that and actually when you think about it, a double cabin doesn't really serve any purpose in the farm. Okujjako posturing around nange nyina farm yesobola ati nagula double cabin. A person that has a farm, if you're going to buy a pickup, let it be a single cabin. You have plenty of tray space to load stuff okitegeera. And I keep saying this thing, surprisingly even people that have watched my channel end up buying a double cabin claiming that it's going to help them. How much is the long base Mark 2 Grand cover per liter? I find that the Mark 2 Grand wewekwadde bulungi ejja kuwa 8 kilometers per liter. If it gives you well, automatic here 8 kilometers per liter gekwadde bulungi nnyo. Now for the people that live in near town, Bukoto, 8 kilometers per liter is good because Bukoto town is about 6 kilometers. Kitegeeza anywa liter bidi okugenda mu town n'okudde wakagenda. Wanze kati sijja kolagana nnyo n'abantu ba papa. Tamanyira gyalaga. The reason I asked about the two is because my job transfers come anytime. So Nuwa and Kaundo have good space to help during shifting. Kati awugula Nuwa bw'obala ku shiftinga. Kaundo sijja ku shiftinga. Kaundo every time you will shift home, you will have to buy new shocks. Yet with the Nuwa, you can even drive it for 2 years nga toguze shocks bubanga utovuga ndombi. Kata ugula Nuwa ye lwaki toguze lumu single cabin. Pakati okubala okusemka toyina ntebe na bitanda oshiftinga na mufaliso. You may be one of those people that wogenda uje bakupanga jogenda omulimu guje ku transferring opangisa Airbnb kati agoto wetaga suitcase yo kakati akawunde bekola akamodo kako mukalaba. That's the Mercedes-Benz B170. Kadda mu kifoka cha A170. You guys remember the Mercedes-Benz that looked like a Vitz, the small one. Now this is the replacement. This seems to be a much more reliable car. I've not seen it breaking down on the road as often as I used to see the A170. The A170 was like a good car, very sexy, but it used to die a lot. As a matter of fact, Chaliwa ngakase muyangamba nga Arthur ako ka A170 rumbe nga ataka nika Benz. So the B170, I don't know if it's because it's still new on the market. I don't anything talk about political parties. So, Kiss Joseph, you don't like politics, but that's the only way we are going to be able to get cheap cars. You wish you never you beat you million munana oba musanvu ugenda mu bonde mujijjayo nze nkubwira FTC party bwe mujiru obuyinza bintu bino double cabin ezo milioni 12 ng'ogenda ogyegulira olunda nkoko okitegedde but ebyo nabyo bijja kusoboka only nga FTC eri mu buyinza boda ya milioni 25 boda ejja kuba ya milioni 25 izi moroka za fire brigade tujja kukaka bakole moroka bazitudonating ngensi tubakaka Toyota okubakiza okutunda moroka za mweza brand ni mu Uganda wano mutuwe fire brigade amakumi 5 buli district ngebenda ne fire brigade district ne fire brigade district ne fire brigade is ambulance tujja bati tugulanga government tubakaka mutuwe ambulance obasi kyekyo kira ivi bajja tukolera ambulance tuyinza okusala tugamba kira ivi will be making ambulances for the government, electric ambulances, because they have the capacity. Gatoyagalanga government doza mulaba manifesto yafe bwetandisa okumanifestinga FTC People's Party nete tunafuna presidential candidate zinabagambye zijalabeera secretary general teri cheke eva mu bank nga sigisayininzeeko sagala bingi nnyo njagala bwa secretary general bokka. You guys, did you see Muhammad Segirinya yateredde? Mwamulabye Muhammad Segirinya yawonye n'agamba ne mu 2026 is coming back as MP. Akomawo okwesimba okuba MP. I'm happy for him. Omusajja we bambi alwanye nnyo n'obulamu. Mukama asaanyi n'amwayo ka second chance n'anyumirwamu ko ku nsi. Yagambye akomawo okukolera abantu ebintu bye yali abatereddewo agenda kubizzaawo. I'm happy for him. Obulwadde bwe yayitamu 12 million for a pickup, boda 25. Yes, Murungi Nathan, our goal as FTC party, People's Party, is to make sure that the people that love cars enjoy their loving of cars. Now, if any of us get the government, mulino kutua connection, come rain, come sun. Mwetemufayo, bwe tunayingira mwe ba member for the love of cars mu government mugenda kuba mu nebifo. Okitegera mujja kuba mu nebifo twetagayo basoma journalism bwe bato tubawa Minister of Information mugende minister mujikulakulanye ba Dr. Jonathan Kiwanuka Minister of Health. Okitegera mu abasoma education tubakwase Minister of Education. Okitegera naye nga emoroka zemwagala zemuvuga tetugenda kuba kale emoroka yazigenda beera za rais zigenda beera za rais ache tujja okukola nga buyingira mu government emoroka y'office gye tukuwa bw'ofuluma ogenda nayo kuba buli office ayingira office ya government tugenda muwange emoroka mpya zigenda baza rais bano abantu abakola mu city councils aba batambulira ku pitch tugenda zibajjako tubawe bupaso beyagale paso zijja banga za milioni 2.5 during our reign nga tuli FTC People's Party paso zijja banga za 2.5 vitizi 3.8 awo okitegeera emoroka za mani tizigenda kubaako musoro yadde ine emoroka za mani kati ng'ekyo kikolola kyembalaze wali ki 2.15 ng'ojja n'okifuna ku milioni zonga 8 okitegeera of course kati okugigulayo ne mu factory bayabbeeyimu naye kati engeri gyetabajja baako musoro milioni 8 nga weegulira Corolla. Omupiira gwa bajaji gwa milioni 2.5 nga fa abafuga teri kuva ezo ababaana bonna tugenda bayingiza Uber egaali zo zigenda bate zigulikako egaali jabanga milioni ngana ngire omuntu avuga egaali ekama kati ngoyo avuga kachenja nga aba mugagga abavu bajja bate basobola kuvuga gaali ate abavu bagenda bavuga mmoroka. Naye guys like the live webale bagamba guys like the broadcast, let's get more likes. How is the Nadia Murungi Nathan? But I've told you time man kati zino boda obungi obuli wano tugenda kuba tuziganye ikubera na boda nyingi zitimuchika kati wano wagenda bupaso nga bwe buliwo wano bupaso. The other knock sound I was telling you when I shifted in Carib, I had it the same in RAV. Hey, that's the diff. We told you here, Tom. We told you here. Those four-wheel drive cars, they normally get trouble with the differential. era kati gwe okukyusa oba olina ogula gearbox mpya oba n'ogula ka D4 akapya. But normally, because that sound has no problem, people get used to it. They just decide to keep their cars. Again, they just decide to keep their cars. Na ajivuga. At a brand new Corolla 24, 0 mileage in Qatar is 54 million. 54 kati nafe wantuja tujituna 5 munya. Tujaba nafe tujituna 5 munya. Ugatako shipping nojigule milioni zo nga nkaka novuga 0 mileage 2 mwena. Nze mbagambe ku muleme gwa FTC People's Party. Tugenda batukyusize embeera zino kigege enkadde zonna tugenda ziwera nga balina gula kigege empya. Naye ate taxes ezo tugenda baziika omusolo nga mungi okusinga emmoloka ya bulijjo. Ng'ogula V8 ya rais okusinga ogula kigege. V8 milioni nga 5 kigege ya 15. Kati tugenda batu encouraging ani abantu okwevuga. Manifesto mujiraba bwetandisa okumanifestinga. Naye twetaaga presidential candidate, twetaaga omuntu presidential candidate olina okubanga totya gasi. Nga ne bakutya gasi nga tofaayo, olina okubanga olina omwoyo gw'eggwanga. Omwoyo gw'eggwanga n'omwoyo gwagaliza abaagala emmotoka. Nze sikisobola ekya presidential candidate nja kubeera secretary general sigale ku kitebe nga zigikalabiza emirimu gy'ekibiina. So anyway, guys, as you're buying a car, things to look at your profession, look at your future. And also, guys, when you buy a car, don't modify it for 3 months. Ebiseera ebisinga omuntu wagula emmoloka kitwala emyezi 3 okukakasa nti emmotoka ojagala toyagala kugitunda. Normally by the 3rd month abantu abasinga benda binange nga mwendi, by the 3rd month you have already known if you don't want a car. That's why it's important for you to buy a car that you know botuko kugitunda tekusala nnyo, because esobola okutama mwezi ogusooka oba ogwokubiri. Kati bw'eneekutama mwezi ogwokubiri, then what will you do? So it's important, it's very important that you know that. And this is something that I told this gentleman. Nemugamba emmoloka eyo ogiraba ogigula kati milioni 9, naye bw'ona otuuka ogitunda egenda kusala milioni nga 5 nga bagigula 4. Okitegeera? Now when I say these things mulowooza byakusaaga. They are cars that you'll buy at 10 and you reach a time of selling and people are giving you 4 million. Zezisinga obungi. Kati kuba mwakafaananyi emmoloka ogiguze milioni 9 n'ogivuga emyezi 3 nga bakuwa milioni 4. Ojana Kaba, Vianney, good evening. Good morning. Tony Ronald, borders are too many in the city. Exactly. Kati we twetagira FTC People's Party. Tubenga tugenda okuwera ku border, tukendeza ku border ezo, tuongeze ku motoka. We need more road network. Exactly, Antonio ndozo olaba ebintu bya manifesto ya FTC People's Party tugenda kwongera kukola enguudo tuzigaziye muzikirize embasibule. Edwin Mugerwa oli foot soldier or for the love of cars People's Party. Bicycles will be for kids to play. Anti obugali bw'abaana bujja tebuliko. Actually obugali bw'abaana government egenda tugenda kutonanga nga tububawa ku bwerere obugali bw'abaana. Okitegeera. President wa for FTC People's Party. Antonio wa karibu. Emmoloka ezigenda obanga ziwerekera president karibu Kaldina 10 Kiyenje. Nete tunafuna representative wa Central Uganda, deputy president. Twetaga deputy president owa Central Uganda, twafunyo owa West Nile, twafunyo owa Western, twafunyo owa Eastern, tuino owa North. Katwetaga deputy president owa muzikize basibule ngini kwasaganya ku mirimu ate. Muyombya Mark, Murad K Momo VIP to see me Eddie Travel Live Vlog, Diof Innocent, Pade Patrick Rio Farms, Ronald Muchwa, Antonio Random Things, Kawagama Enoch, Edwin Mugerwa, Daniel The World, Waboye Nelson, Football Tribe, Nathan, Kaiwa Benjamin, Antonio Random Things VIP, Brigitte Kakai, Nathan, Mugalasi Joshua Mixed Farm, Baron Apudan. After yesterday, I saw someone driving Subaru Forester, but he had put bigger tires and it looked more like a Prado TX, and the tires looked big, too big for the car. That's possible. Neko vitizo so take aka mpira emmoloka n'ogiwanika, but ebegenda kunywa amafuta ne engine ebegenda kufa mangu. Buli bo modifying emmoloka n'ogiongerako obuzito, you load the engine. Edwin Mugerwa Tumbu Habiri Travel Life Vlog, Baba Paul Sema VIP, Chimba Samson, Joseph Bali Kudeme, Austin Gray, Kambes J, a big artist Umar Seboa, Mose Profo, Ntale Samuel, Kato Muhammad, Toddy Ronald, Kagwa Dennis, Fahad Lubuka, but Paso looks good than Sienta, but it's too small. Lucky Mose, Donatus, Okechuku, Okoli, WAMV Tech, Traveler, Nolin Dagide could be the best car options range about 20 million. 20 million, no, 20 million is complicated. Because normally when someone has 20 million, I recommend that you add money or name of bond. Lubula Chris Fitness, Peace Joseph, Lucky Mozechi, Sean Petras, Bruno Bakahika, Nsereko Starch, Kabuso Viani. Ate Viani ungambo tanti ngenda luzida. Orokuba tukame FTC People's Party. Viani nkulabye katigwe, nkulabye totwagaliza kuyingira bukulembeze. Chigege versus drone, which one is better? Definitely the drone is better. But why are you saying the starters? Starters can't be thinking of Chigege or drone. Oba deputy. Mugalasi Joshua oba deputy Central Uganda obutute. Kati ba representative bonna tubayinanja kubambanjulira abantu abewaddeyo kumira tear gas. Ne Arthur, what oil should be put in a valvematic engine? Bamwita 5W40, I think. 5W40 or 5W30. Derek Lule, good morning. And guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow, Market Tuesday. Kanda bichingindo bagambe incha. Mukama wa uo mukisa. Ciao.